and focusing on downtown South Pass and development, but I want you to broaden your horizons. We're going to look at the whole zip code now, but I'm still focusing on blight and fighting it. The Rialto is falling apart. Cappy's is abandoned. It's been abandoned for 7 years. There are vacant storefronts on Fair Oaks, empty lots on Mission Street, which have also been stagnant for years. Then there's the Ostrich Farm area, the vacant apartments by the old Microdot building, the empty building near the War Memorial, not to mention Geno's. There's a nice little greeting card vacant gas station by Charlie's Trio. Look around, it doesn't look pretty. So the question is, what will you do to bolster and enhance the commercial vitality of South Pasadena? And Philip, it falls to you to answer first.
Well, I think what we ought to do is step back and look in the mirror. I think it was alluded to previously that there's some people that say that we own the plans, we as a city own the plans for downtown redevelopment. So we could sell those plans and this project fully entitled to anybody who was willing to buy it, and they wouldn't have to pay for it. They could come in and build it. We've been told by many people, not only in connection with this project, but others, that the city of South Pasadena scares them away. We need to do what we've been working at doing, but far too slowly, which is completely redoing our building and planning ordinances. The way we approach building and planning, we're different than many other cities. It takes too long to get through the process in South Pasadena. And to a developer, time is money. So dragging these things on kills projects, all of them. And so I think all you have to do is look at the projects that aren't being built in South Pasadena, and you can see that we have an endemic problem that needs to be addressed.
Thank you, Mr. Putnam. Michael, what will you do to bolster and enhance the commercial vitality of South Pasadena?
You know, it's going to take a little time, Scott, because we all know we're in the worst economic recession since the Great Depression. And we're actually a lot better off than the majority of cities in the San Gabriel Valley, many of whom have lost 25 to 30% in their budget that's based on a large commercial downtown sales tax. We've lost about 16%. I would support the existing businesses by policies that are flexible when they come in because of the economic recession and say, listen, we need to sublet, we need to do this, work with them to keep those businesses like a John Vandercook and Ellen Daigle, the business just opened up the other day, the Southwest museum items. I would try to secure new businesses by going out. I just came back from Washington, D.C., where we've got to look at the future of South Pasadena. The future is a green economy. Just had an article last week about Alhambra's construction academy at the high school. I just voted on $60 million at AQMD for alternative fuel vehicle studies for businesses in Southern California. The green industry is what's producing jobs in the future. We've got to look at that for the future of South Pasadena.
Thank you, and I believe we have Dr. Sherman to answer this question.
You know, to begin with, the entrance to our city from Highland Park is Geno's, and you know, we need to enforce the existing codes and existing laws. If these buildings are not obeying the laws, then the city has an obligation to go in there and require them to be fixed. If they won't fix them, the city can fix them and charge them or put a lien on their property, and they can even take over the property. It's the city's duty to enforce the existing code laws that are written. We can go down to Cappy's Liquors, which is a store that is open, or excuse me, that exists, been closed for many years. It does conform at the present time to city code. The owner has indicated that they do wish to start a business. We cannot seize businesses or seize properties that are owned by people who have an intention. I believe that it's the city creates an environment for business growth. When you look at cities such as Alhambra, I don't want to become like Alhambra, but they have a vibrant business community. And I think it's the obligation of the city to set the standards for doing this. And we can look to goals of cities that have a vibrant business.
Thank you, Bill.